You like my necklace? Noir. I recently broke up with a girlfriend who I was talking to online. And I've been talking to her for like a year. It's been kind of like on and off, on and off, on and off. And something my sis told me, she said, like, when you're with women, you end up falling into the role of being the guy. I'm so not interested in that. I'm so not interested in that. And but one of the things I realized is when you're a girl who transitions, when you're in a relationship with a girl, you know, in her arms, you know, your gender is affirmed, right? When you're at odds, it's revoked. When you're not in their favor, right, then it's just automatically revoked. And not just in relationships, like in general, with dealing with women, you know, I feel like it just, like, it can be revoked at any point in time for whatever reason, right? Because human nature is like that. We're just shitty animals like that. And so, one of the problems with this relationship was that I didn't have enough money to make it work. That was one of the problems. I was uncomfortable with being the one put in the position of coming up with money to make this relationship work, and uncomfortable with, like, having somebody attempt to use me as both of best worlds, like somebody trying to foist being a genetic parent, which I'm not comfortable with, and maybe even not capable of. Maybe I've never been capable of that. Not just like emotionally, but like physiologically not capable of being a parent. Maybe I've been sterile my entire life. But, and then just having to be the white knight in the whole situation with money, the guy who comes in and sweeps her off her feet and throws money at her, and yet the situation it's like with a lesbian, so really confusing for me, like really confusing, and this constant like talking about like, planning to have, or like the attraction, like every girl I've been with has been attracted to me because of that. That's another thing I'm not comfortable with, right? With girls or guys, not comfortable with. But it's really hard because with guys, it's been, everything is very transparent up front, and it's like this, right? But with women, and it's also not as, like, for me, it's not as deep a connection as it is with women. With women, it's a much, because when before I transitioned, I felt very emotionally stunted. Like, and then, like, I was very hard I was very emotionally tough and stunted at the same time. And then when I transitioned, suddenly I had this like wide berth of emotion. You know, like the first girl I fell in love with, I fell in love with her on another level that had never happened to me before, partly because now suddenly I was dealing with all these emotions, right? And so it was like the Eurythmics song, you know, coming on like a new emotion, but it was, everything was like that as my brain was changing. And so that really hurt when that ended, but that's one of the things I found out with, like in throes of trying to sort out what my sexuality is. Guys are easy to deal with. Guys are easy to deal with. Women are hard to deal with because I guess because I fall much deeper in love with women, and it's so much more emotionally complex that it's completely different now than it was before I transitioned. And it's really hard to get like caught up in it. You know, like caught up in it because it's so intense, so incredibly intense when it happens. And part of the problem there with this girl is that, like, when you come from, when you are a legal immigrant and you are poor, right? Then the only way to make your way through life is to hustle, right? Because in these different countries where people are poor, you know, part of the reason why because they're poor is because there isn't economy, right? You know, so it's like people who like make a breakthrough from South America, you know, over into the States, right? They're doing this because they have nothing to lose. Everything to gain and nothing to lose. You know, and so I was cognizant of that. And at the same time, too, I was cognizant that the person that I was talking to, whilst they're using me as a meal ticket, perhaps due to necessity, right? They were also in love with me. You know, and so I'm trying to work with her, and I'm trying to like sort this out, and like, you just need to be, you need to drop the shenanigans and be straightforward with me, right? Just like I'm being straightforward with you. And the straightforward truth was, the matter was, I did not have the money. Like, I simply did not have the money. And I was talking to my mother about it, and I was like, it's kind of like getting angry for somebody stealing the lunch off your plate, right? You know, or stealing part of your lunch off your plate. You know, if they don't have any, what else are they going to do? But there was just like, it was impossible. It was impossible, and my emotions were getting kicked around like a football. And she was just not cognizant of, it's like she was oblivious of what it was that she was doing. And my only way out was to just slam the door and walk away. As harsh as that seems, I thought that was the best for both of us, because it was like, if you walk away angry, you'll walk away justified. If you walk away feeling wronged, and I don't think I wronged you, you would feel justified. You will be able to contend with it. Much more so than like being ghosted. I've been ghosted and it's harsh.